Across to Sanjiv Bhasin now. He's also with us. Sanjiv, what is the call on Yes Bank after this fall? Do you think it's making it look attractive now, or you would wait for the earnings downgrade to play out, which probably markets is trying to factor in?
So, Pankaj, it's the perfect storm. We've had that in the case of the currency, we've had that in bond yields, and now all that is seeming to, bottom out. Same would be the case on the stock price of Yes Bank. I think, there was a lot of froth which may have been released, but at a market cap of 50,000, I can stick my neck out. This becomes the best franchise to own. Yes, we know there is a succession issue, but it will be taken care of, and you'll have to sit through this next few weeks where you will get an able leader. But come on, the franchise is good enough to last, and I don't see, the type of damage it has taken is more so because of over-ownership. Now, once this over-ownership hiatus is over, like I said, at a market cap of 50,000, you can't go wrong if you have a slightly more longer-term view on this stock. So I think this 220, 225 seems the ideal bottom place to start to buy, and, try and do a sip so that you average out over a period of time. But given that most of the weakness is played out, I think the macros don't look as bad as is being made out by the street.
Hi Sanjiv, this is Nayanthara joining in from the New Delhi studio. So I take your point, but I'm going to play devil's advocate and ask you a very different kind of a question. You believe that the worst is over. Why do you believe that? The Reserve Bank doesn't have to tell the reasons on why it is that it has decided to not extend a CEO's position, and it hasn't done so. But obviously something is very wrong. We don't know what it is. The Reserve Bank hasn't made it clear, and it doesn't have to. But having said that, why shouldn't shareholders be scared that there is some bad news that we don't know about as yet, the markets don't know about as yet? What we do know is that in the past, after an audit, the Reserve Bank has been unhappy with the asset quality figures that have been reported by Yes Bank. But you're assuming that the worst is already known. I'm asking a different question. What is it, the fear of the unknown, and shouldn't that be factored in?
Well, Nayanthara, now the Reserve Bank is acting like a watchdog. It should have done that ages back when you let the helm of ICICI and Axis go into unbridled loan lending without any cap. I'm not getting into that. I know a lot of issues have been there on divergences, but look, the franchise is good. The liability issues are mostly known. So yes, there may have been some issues, but all those get priced in. Look at the factor in the price which it is available at. The same thing happened when you had a change of guard from Shikha Sharma and Chanda Kochar. The stocks tanked, and then once you have an able leader, in the end there are enough able people to take the bank through. There is a business franchise. There is a
different. My question, Sanjiv, my question is very different, because in the case of ICICI Bank, in the case of Axis, the markets felt they already knew what the problems were, that the worst is known. In Yes Bank's case, that is not the case. It's the fear of the unknown. The surprising decision taken by the Reserve Bank to, to terminate Rana Kapoor's chief executive position in January. We don't know the worst as yet. There is a fear of the unknown.
Yeah, so Nayanthara, that's very prudent. Now they don't want ownership and management to go hand in hand. So it's well known that he owns 20% stake in the bank, and that is a very prudent step. And like I said, if it's a transparent and professional, way going forward, it will add only more credence to the organization. So I think it's a welcome step by the RBI. All you are factoring is that the devil's advocate and pondering as to what all could be the loan. There can be, since like they may have not accounted for a Reliance Naval, which comes into my mind immediately, or a sporadic JP which has already been discounted. But let's see the other side. The problem, this stock has gone up 35 times from the listing in 2005, and I still think that Mr. Kapoor has created a very, very brilliant franchise. So it's a glass half full, half empty. If you're an investor, Bhao Bhagwan che, you're getting it at 225, which was 330 or 350 or 375. And like I said, the imponderables may be mostly discounted. If you can sit through, then definitely you have an opportunity of making money over a slightly longer period.
Okay, Sanjiv, thanks a lot for joining us. With that, the stock is currently down 21%. At one point, it was down a lot more. It's off the lows. We'll take a short commercial break, but